St. Blasius, Bishop and Martyr. St. Blasius is one of the most prominent bishops in church history, not only because of his strong faith, but also because of the miraculous events that occurred during his life. He was born in the 3rd century and was the Bishop of Sebaste, in what is now Turkey. His life is marked not only by miraculous events, but also by his great sacrifice in serving the poor and healing the sick. St. Blasius is also famous for a miracle where he healed a child who was choking on a fishbone. This story spread widely, and it is the reason why St. Blasius is considered the patron saint of those suffering from throat ailments. People came from all over to ask for his healing, and St. Blasius was. However, the life of St. Blasius was not always peaceful. He had to face violent persecution under the reign of Emperor Licinius, during a time when the church was under attack by the government. In the final days of his life, St. Blasius was arrested and tortured, but he remained steadfast in his faith. When he was being exiled, he said to those around him, "These sufferings only torment me for a moment, but the reward that God has for me is eternal." St. Blasius died in 316, and even after his death, people continued to pray through him, especially for issues related to illnesses of the throat. He is revered not only as a bishop martyr, but also as a living example of charity and unwavering faith. St. Ansgar, Bishop and Apostle of Scandinavia. If St. Blasius is an example of sacrificial service in the Christian community, then St. Ansgar is an example of perseverance in the work of evangelization. Born in 801 in Germany to a noble family, Ansgar was the one who spearheaded missionary work in Scandinavia, particularly in countries such as Sweden and Denmark, where Christianity was still unknown at the time. From a young age, Ansgar showed a passion for learning. He was educated at the Abbey of St. Peter in Cologne, where he encountered great teachers. However, a pivotal event changed his life. Soon after, Ansgar joined the Benedictine order and became a monk. However, when he heard God's calling, he decided not just to live a monastic life, but to travel far and wide to spread the gospel. He was sent to Scandinavia, where he faced many challenges in his mission. The language barriers, opposition from pagans, and harsh living conditions could not diminish his faith and zeal for the gospel. Despite the difficulties, St. Ansgar's life was not always easy. He faced many failures and was repeatedly expelled by pagan tribes. Even when he established some Christian communities, hostile forces would rise up and disrupt his work. But instead of giving up, St. Ansgar persevered, trusting that God would not abandon him. St. Ansgar was not just a missionary, he was also a spiritual leader for the communities he established. He organized catechetical sessions, built churches and schools, and, most importantly, cared for the spiritual lives of the believers. Moved by his dedication, many people turned to Christianity. Through his tireless work, St. Ansgar is remembered as the Apostle of the North. He brought many people to Christ and left a lasting impact on the countries of Scandinavia. St. Ansgar died in 865, but his work continues to be felt in the region. He is a clear example of perseverance, enthusiasm, and a boundless love that one person can bring to a community. The lives of St. Blasius and St. Ansgar offer us profound lessons. First, they show us that faith is not just about words, but must be demonstrated through actions. St. Blasius, with his compassion in healing the sick, and St. Ansgar, with his perseverance in missionary work, both show us that faith must be accompanied by concrete actions to serve and love others. Another important lesson is about perseverance in the face of difficulties. Both St. Blasius and St. Ansgar faced great challenges in their lives, but they never gave up. They believed that God would lead them through every difficulty. This perseverance is an important lesson for our own lives, especially during tough times. Finally, from the lives of these two saints, we learn a lesson about sacrifice and service. Whether it was St. Blaise serving the poor or St. Ansgar spreading the gospel in the face of great challenges, both were examples of living for others and giving up their own comfort for the sake of the kingdom of God. They remind us that a life of service is a life well lived, and that through our service, we imitate Christ, who came to serve and not to be served. In conclusion, the lives of St. Blaise and St. Ansgar inspire us to live our faith boldly and selflessly. Whether in our everyday lives or in times of difficulty, we are called to be witnesses of Christ's love, to serve others, and to never lose hope in God's providence. These two saints continue to be powerful examples of how one person's faith and dedication can transform a community and leave a lasting legacy.